the news today is about Roger Stone in the New Hampshire primary. Let me tell you about Roger Stone. I represented Dr. Jerome Corsi. He was person number one with regard to Stone's indictment by special counsel Robert Mueller. He never intended to do anything harmful to Stone. He never said anything negative to Stone, but Stone came after him, and he also came after me as Dr. Corsi's lawyer because he feared what Corsi might tell the special counsel. Of course, Dr. Corsi never testified in that regard, and even if he had, he wouldn't have said anything other than the truth. But Stone then defamed Dr. Corsi, and he defamed me viciously. Well, more than one occasion. We had to bring lawsuits in that regard. And in fact, I'm in Florida today taking the deposition of Roger Stone, if you can believe that. And notwithstanding what's said in the deposition, we see the same type of conduct going on here, a disrespect for the court judicial process that we also saw in his criminal prosecution. But whether or not you believe that Roger Stone should do significant time, and of course we know that the Mueller prosecutors and the U.S. Attorney had recommended 7 to 9 years, you have to look at what the president has done in the last few days and say, it's another example, as much as I love the guy, of him doing the wrong thing at the wrong time and putting his foot in his mouth. As you know, he came out and criticized the prosecutors and said that's way too much time. He appears to have influenced the Justice Department into changing the recommendation, and he's intervened. Now, you got to know what he's dealing with here. He's dealing with a federal judge, Amy Berman Jackson, appointed by Barack Obama, who frankly hates the president's guts. She hates my guts. She hates Dr. Corsi's guts, and she particularly hates Roger Stone's guts, okay? Now, she did conduct that trial fairly. She really bent over backwards to do it. I was there for 2 weeks. And I saw the way she did it because she was sensitive as to the appearances that were being presented. But when the president goes out and attacks the prosecutors, in fact, 4 of them resigned, all of them resigned. Some of them weren't with Robert Mueller's office. They were just simple assistant U.S. attorneys. What he's doing is that he's challenging the authority of Amy Berman Jackson. And that, frankly, is dumb. That's stupid. To do that at a time when Roger Stone's facing sentencing on February 20th, to challenge her authority, because she's the one that's going to make the decision. It doesn't matter what the Justice Department says or what Stone's lawyers say, it's her. She's already put Stone under a gag order. Stone broke that gag order on a number of occasions. He even posted a meme or a meme, however you would say it. I speak French, so I say meme. But showing crosshairs to the head of the judge, which is like putting a gun to the head of the judge. And on the eve of his conviction, through Tucker Carlson, I believe that he also violated that gag order, so does everybody else. So this was incredibly done by the president. Unless he intends to pardon Stone, and he may do that, and he probably will in the end, he's now caused Amy Berman Jackson to react. She'll probably give him a much bigger sentence than is now being recommended by the Justice Department, our so-called Justice Department. And I have to say this, the president has intervened for Stone, his friend. But where has the president been with regard to Cliven Bundy, his sons, and the other defendants who were subject to a wrongful prosecution in Nevada at the hands of Barack Obama's Justice Department? Now, after that indictment was dismissed, in fact, there was so much lying going on by the prosecutors, hiding of evidence, and even a kill list or a whistleblower came out on the heads of the Bundys. It was dismissed by even an Obama appointee, Gloria Navarro, who despises the Bundys and despises anybody who represents them, including me again. And for the president then to intervene with regard to Stone, but to sit there and allow his Justice Department to take an appeal of the dismissal of the indictment of Cliven Bundy and his family is unconscionable. And I hope that he's aware of what he's done, because he should be intervening there too. In fact, that's a legitimate basis to intervene, and to have the Justice Department withdraw its appeal, which was filed during the time that he's been president by the Trump Justice Department, the U.S. Attorney in Las Vegas and Reno, Nevada. And this is the kind of thing that needs to be shown here. It's the way our justice system works. You know, for a crony and friend of the president, he'll intervene. But for somebody like the Bundys, who stood for their rights, who fought off government tyranny, whose family members were assaulted, tased, their cattle killed, buried in a mass grave, who were subject to solitary confinement, Cliven was, denial of right of counsel, which was me at the time. I had to play a consulting role. I had other cases. Also denied a speedy trial. For the president to do nothing with regard to the Bundys and allow the hacks at his Justice Department, which include the Attorney General, Bill Barr, he's nothing but a hack. Notice that he hasn't indicted anybody, hasn't indicted Comey, hasn't indicted McCabe, hasn't indicted Clapper, Brennan, the Clintons, Obama, or anybody. To sit there and to do this for his friend Stone, which actually was counterproductive, it'll prove to be counterproductive, but to do nothing with regard to the Bundys is an absolute outrage. Now, I love the president. I support the president. We do everything we can to defend the president, but this is not right. And if he's going to intervene for Stone, he should be intervening for the Bundys right now and have his Justice Department withdraw the appeal, which, if successful, I don't think they will be at the Ninth Circuit, the Bundys could wind up in trial and potentially face life imprisonment. That's my message for today. It tells you just how broken our justice system is. It's worse than broken. It's corrupt. And, the fact is the president intervenes and he shakes it up a little bit with the judges and with the system. That's good. But to do it the way he did it for Stone, if he's trying to help Stone, basically he just shot his own friend in the back, because Berman Jackson's going to react very negatively. He should be doing anything. He should be telling the Justice Department to withdraw its appeal with regard to the Bundys and their successful standoff at Bunkerville. I'll be back tomorrow with another podcast, but until then, please ponder your fate, because under this justice system in this country, which is an abortion of justice, it's unbelievable. You are at risk. Your loved ones are at risk. Anyone is at risk. And I want you to share this podcast. You can find it at radioamerica.com. You can find it at freedomwatchusa.org. You can find it on Spotify, Facebook, iTunes, Patreon. Get it out there, because I'm in the trenches for you. I am your Justice Department through Freedom Watch and in my private capacity, and we need your support. So go to freedomwatchusa.org, support us, contribute to our cause. We are your Justice Department. God bless you. God bless your family. God bless America, and God save America. And thank you for listening to me.